Hey y'all. Um, it's still kind of early in the morning. Today is Monday. I think it's like 10 going on 11 o'clock. I just left talking to my neighbor. He wanted to show me something. And he showed me, I had told him a while back about my problems with these roaches and stuff. And then he called me. I was get out the car. And he called my name for me to come look at something. And he was like, I see what you're talking about. Then he showed me, like he got like a roach, I don't know what you call it, a roach den or a roach nest up under his house. You know, his house hold a lot of water just like mine. All these houses on the street hold water. I mean, it was so many of them just running around up under the house. And I know he keep his house clean because he ain't a dirty person. He keep his house clean and everything. He said then they starting to come inside the house. And he said he called the exterminator earlier. And they said they'll come out and see what they can do. But they said something about most likely if you got water sitting on your house, you know, that's prone to happen with roaches and snakes and stuff and rats. They like cool places and stuff like that. And then they will find themselves, the roaches will find themselves inside because that's where food is at inside the house. Now the snakes more likely will stay up under the house because that's where the water's sitting at. But that don't mean they can't make their way in. We both know, well, we all know that from my experience. So I said, I guess I'm not the only one dealing with these roaches. You know, like I said, the water sit up under all these older houses on the street. And I said, that's crazy. That is crazy. So when I finished washing these dishes, I know I've been seeing it, but seeing all that up on his house, I just, like right here where I'm standing at now in my kitchen, on the outside of my house, it's molded water. Like everything that I wash goes straight from out the sink up under the house on the ground. The food and everything, whatever go down the drain, be right there. Like ain't nothing running to no pipes or nothing, just going straight up under the house. And that could be some of the problem too. That's why I'm dealing with the roaches, because that's where the food is sitting in, right under the house. And I tried to get my dad and them to fix it. I guess the pipe done busted loose again up under the house. Now it's like, you know, the water all molded and white and it stinks so bad. Like I can't really smell it inside the house no more, since I threw all the mothballs up under my sink. But if I walk outside the house to get the water hose or just walk inside the house, you can smell it. That's how strong it is. It smells like sewage. So I am finna get my kitchen or somewhere deep clean today. That's the plan. I talked to my mama for a little while today. I did my therapy. I just, they asked me a lot of personal questions as usual, but I had to do an up-to-date form with my information and stuff, and, stuff that I was diagnosed with, to see that do I have any new diagnoses and stuff like that. They said I done came a long way from how I used to be. I ain't even take out half of, well, I did tell y'all, so y'all can put 2 and 2 together, but, I have a personality disorder, so I used to think I was this other person back, like it was more than just one of me. Like, the part of me that did all the, I don't even know how to say it, all the dirt, all the cheating and messing with different people, that was another side of me. And that's why, I don't even think I ever want to become sexually active again, because I'm afraid of going back to that part of me. I don't know. But I don't think I even want to, I don't even think about it, but it did cross my mind, like, if I was to be active again, would I go back to that person I used to be? So I was like, well, to not have to deal with that problem, don't be active at all. But I know it'll eventually happen when I meet the right person. I'm hoping if it's the right person for me, then I will be able to tame myself and know right from wrong. I know right from wrong because I'm grown. I got common sense, but I don't know, y'all. That's what we were talking about in my therapy today. And I told them I kind of want to get a little bit from being OCD. I want to, you know, work on it, get out of that stage. Cause I said I think my kids don't like it because I'm always, I'm splashing water everywhere. I'm always fussing at them about cleaning up certain stuff, how I want it clean. I said, but I don't see nothing wrong with it because, you know, you got kids, you got to teach them how to clean and not be nasty individuals. So I think that's normal. But we talked about a lot of stuff. We got some conclusions on stuff. I'm the way I am because of trauma issues. You know, a lot of people, especially females, not just females, men too, deal with a lot of trauma issues that affect them when they get older, but it's up to us to try to work our way out of those. You know, you will always have issues. You will always think about it and deal with it some type of way, but it's up to us to not let ourselves slip back into that depression or the things that made us go through that trauma that we have to deal with. But it's always going to be something, some type of way that's going to, I don't know how to, like, click in your head, like you, I don't know how to explain it, like, make you think back to, like, trigger, that's what I'm going to say, trigger something, to make you think back into what made you be the way that you was, or made you the way that you are, if that makes sense. And I, you know, like I said, like being molested by your family member, and holding it in until you get an adult, turn into an adult to want to, you know, say something about it. You know, that's like a lot of trauma. Just being afraid to tell it. I never want my kids to be afraid to tell me anything. If they going through anything. I mean, but that's anybody, not just, you know, anybody be like that. Even if you can be the best parent in the world and tell your kids, y'all can be best friends, you can tell your kids, y'all can open up to me about anything, as long as you're comfortable. I mean, you know, it's to be art between us. You still have kids that just don't talk about certain stuff. Like stuff like that, they still keep to themselves because they worried about being judged. Even though they know they can talk to you about anything. They're just not ready yet. So it could take years, or shoot, you be on your deathbed when they decide to tell you about it. When they feel comfortable and ready to talk about it, that's when they'll talk about it. But you got to be that parent that have a listening ear and not be judgmental and backlash at them like, well, why you didn't tell me a long time ago? I could have been did somebody. Yeah, you probably could have been did somebody, but I wasn't ready to talk about it. You can't force nobody to talk about something they're not ready to talk about. Like, I just dealt with this recently, and I backlash. I ain't gonna lie, because I want to be a protector. Like, dang, I wish you would. I didn't say it in a bad way. I was just like, I said it in a calm way, but I was angry, but not at the person. I was angry at myself because I feel like I could have saved this person. I'm not gonna say the person's name, but I could have saved this person in the best way I could, or watch more closely, or being more alert, watch how they act, how they been acting. I mean, but I blame myself because, I mean, I'm supposed to be a protector. So, I mean, I know how parents feel about stuff like that if it's their kids or somebody that's some kids. So, just any child, you want to be a protector of that child, even if you know them or don't know them. It's a child. I mean, even an adult, nobody want to see an adult go through that type of stuff. You know, it's still the same thing. But everything should be, I mean, I feel like it's better now with that person. So I'm still seeing a few issues, but nothing I can't handle with that person. So just gotta keep working towards the goal, making sure they stay happy, don't have suicidal thoughts, or want to harm themselves because they keep thinking about it or something triggered it. I'm just gotta be a supportive person. Everybody needs support. Okay. Y'all, when I looked at this sink, it was so many dishes in this sink. Now, I don't wash most of the dishes, but that's crazy. I'm gonna cut myself with that knife. But my therapist was like, do you still have impulsive thoughts and stuff like that? I said, actually, honestly, I don't. But I told her if I slip back into, doing things that I, that's natural, that might happen. So that's what I'm afraid of. And then, we just talked about a lot of stuff, like my schizoaffective stuff. How could she said for you to have all this stuff that's wrong with you, you really are loaded, and you know a lot about it. I said, yeah, because I want to know as much as I can. Like the therapist, when we talk to them, all my therapists, they're not gonna tell you about it. They don't want to talk to you about it. They want to diagnose you. So I try to, I know me, so I can understand myself. And then I just read a lot of stuff. I read a lot of books and about all type of stuff. And then when I was going to college, I learned about that. That taught me a lot about it. I think that's why I passed, because I was interested in knowing about the body and the mind. A person's thoughts, how a person's brain works. I passed all those classes. The only classes I failed, I didn't even fail them. I passed with a C. Was math, because I'm not good at math. But I passed all these classes because I was always interested. Ever since I was a little kid, since I've been going to therapy, I've been going to therapy. The age that you can start therapy, I was going. So even after my mom was saying something must have been wrong with me. I don't know. But I was just like my own daughter now. Real quiet, didn't talk to people, antisocial, introvert. I just didn't deal with people. I didn't deal with my own family. I didn't even like them. And I told them one time, I don't like you. And I stayed to myself. Like I told her, up on that hill, where I grew my flowers at my mama's house. That's where I stayed at with my dogs. Outside with my dogs all day, talk to my dogs, get out of school, around my dogs, my cats, everything else. Stayed to myself in my own little world. Was doped up on medicine then. So, I always been a loner. But I always been interested in, I knew the thoughts that I was having. So I was always interested in a person's mind, like how they think. Why do they think this way? What's causing them to think this way? Can a person survive or make it in the world without medication? Because if the world came to an end or does anything happen, you gotta figure you ain't gonna have medication forever. Or what if you're medicated or you don't have much income to pay for that medicine? And then you gotta figure out how to survive and take care of yourself and your body without not just mental medication, any type of medication. So how can the body work without meds? Mental and just regular medication. But I would always be interested in the mental part since I had my own issues. So I still do it to this day. I told my therapist, I ain't taking no medicine since the weekend, since Thursday or Friday, I know. And I said I don't plan on taking it, and she didn't say nothing, but she wrote it down though. So I guess if anything happened, I have a meltdown or a breakdown, she got it. That I told her I haven't taken my medicine, so she wrote it down. But she said, well, do you have any thoughts on or when you go to start back taking? I said, nope, I don't. I take it when I want to take it. But I'm trying to train my body. I know it's the wrong thing to do, because she told me, she said, you've been through this over and over. And I told her what I was trying to do. I told her it's like an experiment. I'm experimenting on myself. I said, just like y'all experiment on all those mental patients with all this different medication, y'all don't know if it work or not. Y'all just we y'all test dummies, basically. That's how I look at it. We y'all test dummies. So y'all experimenting on us with all this different medicine. Y'all don't know if it work or not. Then y'all posted on TV saying, oh, it could cause suicidal thoughts, all type of stuff. But why ain't y'all making us take it? If it could cause these problems, why do y'all have us taking this stuff? We y'all test dummies, basically. So when we have our suicidal thoughts or commit suicide, that's when y'all do whatever it's called on the medication say it's not good to take. It'll take so many suicides or people having them thoughts for y'all to say the medicine is not good to take. So I told her I'm trying to basically test myself to see how long can I go without taking my medication, how happy I be when I have my lows, and how I write down everything in my phone and on my notepad. I already been having episodes like my nightmares started back. And basically my nightmare, it's a nightmare because you're thinking of something happens to your kids. My nightmare has been, my kid is always either I'm being raped or something, or my kids getting killed and I'm watching it happen. Or just, the thought of my kids being hurt, like murdered or something. Like, them are my nightmares. And then I kept hearing things. I couldn't sleep last night. Mainly because TJ was talking in his sleep. But he kept calling out to me. That gave me a sign of relief that he was calling out to me. He was like, "Look, mommy," or he said something else. I don't know what he said, but I just started smiling because I was feeling down, like I just wanted to bust into tears because I was so sleepy that I couldn't go to sleep. So my eyes was burning, my head was hurting because that's how sleepy I was. And I know it was like, man, I don't know, it was like 2 or 3 in the morning. I know I had put Gypsy out at 1. I ain't let her back in until 4. But I kept, hearing things, not like things like voices and thinking, and then I'm getting afraid because when Gypsy outside, I hear the dog bark. I want to let her in, but I leave her out a little while longer because I'm scared. Like, what if I open this door and somebody on the outside of this door waiting on me to open the door? Or I hear the kids go to the bathroom, so I jump up and walk through the house to make sure it's actually the kids going in the bathroom and nobody ain't breaking the house trying to go in their room and stuff like that. Like, I just couldn't sleep. Like, my mind was on go. And I'm constantly hearing stuff telling me, just telling me certain things. All of it not bad things, just keep me alert. Like, get up, go check. Like, when I'm feeling lazy, I'm like, man, I know it's just a kid. The voices in my head telling me, get up and go see. So all of them is like alert voices. It ain't all just bad stuff. Like, it ain't telling me to commit suicide type stuff. Or it's either like, it ain't just a voice. It's a voice I hear in my head, but not a voice that's talking out loud. Like, the voice is like, saying, little stuff is gonna happen. So that could just be a mind thing, but I don't know. I know, like I said, I've been on medicine my whole life. So I done been without it longer than this. And I done survived. Like, you see, I'm surviving because I'm not dead right now. So, I mean, but it had put me in, the mental hospital. And she went over there too. She said, you've been in so many mental hospitals, especially since 2018. I said, yeah, I know. She said, but you did good. You ain't been back since 2022, so you've been clean for about 3 or 3.5. Well, I know October will make another year, October of this year. And I know I went in October of 2022. Right after a little bit after I had TJ. But, yeah, I'm just trying to, I don't know. I'm just trying to figure me out. I don't want to always, if I have to, but like I said, you never know when your medication get cut and you cannot take it, or it's not available to you. So I'm trying to teach myself how to survive with what I have to deal with if it's not provided to me or I cannot get it. Yeah, I know I have to pay for everything. I don't have no Medicaid. I barely make any money. I make enough money to pay my bills, but it's either you pay for the medication or a bill don't get paid. So I try to pay for the most important medication, which is my shot. That's $2,000, $2,000 and some dollars. So when I get off this video, I'm gonna call Humana and see can I, I already called them before, but the price was a little too steep. But I got a paper in the mail Saturday about Humana, like a discount, and it can be like I think 300 a month. I think that's what they said. And it'll cover majority of my high price pills, and all I gotta pay for is the, you know, the ones that's like 14, or the ones that's not over $100 some dollars. I could pay for those myself. So that will save me some money. That's still a lot of money, 300 a month though. I mean, I got bills to pay. I don't got no income, so I mean, it's like, I don't know what to do. Like I said, I'm not eligible for Medicaid, but they cut everybody Medicaid anyways. Some stuff they say Trump doing, I don't know. So a lot of people gonna have to figure it out. Not just me. And that's what sucks, because some people, you know, just don't have no income at all, and they have to rely on others to, you know, help them and stuff like that. And I'm relying on her too. My mom helping me the best she could, or whatever she could do for me. She helping me. I mean, I wish it could be more, but you know, she can't. She only can do as much as she able to do. And I gotta accept it. You know, she got her own life and her own house and bills and stuff too. But I mean, some help better than no help. That's how I gotta put it. Cause she don't have to do it, but she doing what she able to. So that's all I can ask for. Hey, Bella. Go tell Leah to get that trash out that bathroom. Matter of fact, get the trash bag out of there. In the bathroom. And tell Leah to go in the bathroom and get that trash. Well, see if the trash can't full. It shouldn't even be full. You ain't gotta worry about it. They cleaned the bathroom up yesterday. Never mind, Bella. You can bring it back.
It's almost full to the top.
It is?
Almost.
It ain't though. When you say almost, like, show on that bag how much. What is almost to you? Point. Like right here?
No, I
don't worry about it.
Sure?
Yeah. But yeah, I just got this kitchen cleaned up. It was much needed. I wanted to do it yesterday when I was in the mood doing all my cleaning. Just put it up there. I get it. Oh, you can put it in that trash can right here. I just took that trash out of there. I went to the grocery store today. I didn't really get no groceries. I got some sugar. I know I had to get my energy drinks. I need them to survive, y'all. Especially with all these kids. Like I say, I don't even think the energy drinks work. I just drink them because I like the way they taste. But yeah, I don't know if they work or not. I don't think they work. I can go to sleep right after drinking an energy drink, like, you know, like it ain't did nothing. So I'm not gonna say they work. And I ain't like I'm spending, you know, I'm spending, these energy drinks is cheap. They $1 or $1.09, so they not no strong energy drink. I mean, for them to be that cheap, it is an energy drink. Now I did get some on discount at Dollar General, like last year in July, and I had some coupons, and they marked them all down to 49 cents. But them was so strong, I couldn't even drink. But they burn your throat. They actually give you energy. They burn your throat if you drink them too fast. You just sipping them, they okay. But they give you that energy. You can feel your heart about to jump out your chest. So I was like, nah, I don't want them type of energy drinks no more. And the Monsters didn't even make me feel like the order Red Bulls didn't make me feel like that. I just like the taste. But those things about killed me. Y'all had a subscriber, I don't know if they was a subscriber, but somebody commented on my video with the same name as my auntie. I was thinking, like, was it my auntie? But I don't know. But when I try to get back on their name, I don't know if they deleted the comment or something, but I couldn't see it no more. So I don't know, but they had my auntie whole name. I was like, is that my auntie? I don't know though, but like I said, I don't know. But I was thinking, like, I wonder, is that my auntie? Huh?
Are you gonna tell them the name? Or the
Go give me that broom and dustpan.
Tiny or big?
You know I don't use that big one. That tiny one. That big one be too. It had my arms hurt. It be too heavy.
You said the big ones for outside.
Yeah, the big one for the trampoline and stuff.
Oh, look how dirty this one is.
I know, right? I need to get a new one. Bring it to me.
Where's the dustpan?
It's back there.
Oh, it fell. You gotta get a new dustpan too, because it's broken.
I hate that thing ever since I moved to
Well,
the
it's
house.
not broken, it's just this.
Yeah, you just, yeah. I ain't worrying about that.
See? But then it's easy to go back on.
But yeah, I'm finna put some more roach powder down. I keep saying I'm gonna do it. I don't do it, but like I said, I'm tired of seeing them, so I'm gonna have to put them down. And y'all, you know how kids is. Boy, TJ be quick to say, "Mama, look at that roach." I'm like, dang, TJ, just tell the whole world my business, don't you? You know, so go to school, tell everybody, Mama got a roach. He don't say bug no more. He be like, he'll say what it is, like a spider, or sometimes he'll say bug if he don't know what it is, but it's either gonna be a spider or a roach or something like that. So he be like, Mama, look at, kill that roach.
One time we were in the kitchen, he said, Mommy, it's a spider. But it was a piece of hair.
Look at all juicy hair, man. It's just coming out the broom. The more I move the broom, the sweet. Look at, let me get right here close to this cabinet. Juicy hair flies the broom. When we move to our new house, Juicy gonna be out. Look, I know. Look at the dog hair. She gonna be an outside dog. I don't even think I want her in my house looking at all this hair.
That's rude. Down some more.
It's gonna keep on flying out because of the ceiling fan, though.
That one flew out too. Guys, don't mind when I got my Halloween costume on.
Look at that hair I put in the trash can. That must have fell out the broom too. Okay, y'all. I'm done. I'm finna upload this content for y'all. I got that one dish in there that's soaking. I did that pasta. Also, we did the pasta, fried the chicken. It only took me like 45 minutes to do all that. I got on up and I got on video with y'all and got the cooking. I did the corn. I ate up most of the corn. I know I ate like 8 of them. I just ate the other two a few minutes ago. Bella didn't like it really. And Leah ate 2. And I ate the rest of them. Gabby, she didn't eat nothing.
Sorry.
But let me go ahead and upload this video. I will get back with y'all hopefully today. I don't know, but we will see. Bella said bye-bye, y'all.
Bye.
Yeah, don't mind my hair. I know it's nappy, y'all. I know. I look a hot mess, look like I got struck by lightning. But yeah, I ain't did the sink and the kitchen and stuff yet. I washed the dishes because I recorded that for y'all. But I just went to the bathroom to use the bathroom. I had to pee real bad because I had to go off on my credit card people 3 minutes ago, trying to threaten to take money out of my account because I'm one payment late past due, 12 days. So they was like, would you better make a payment Friday? I said, look, I'm gonna make the payment when I make the payment. I ain't never been late. I don't need y'all calling my phone trying to tell me I'm late. I don't mind you telling me I'm late, but I know I'm late. But I don't. But 12 days late, still okay. I understand y'all doing a little, routine thing. But I don't need you telling me what you gonna take out of my account. Like, that's why I don't like add my bank account to nothing. Like, don't tell me what you gonna take out of my account and try to make a day a day that you say I'm gonna pay and y'all gonna take the money out. I said I don't need you to do that. I know when I'm gonna pay and I do the money my own stuff because I know that I'm paying. I don't need y'all to do nothing for me. I ain't never been late, so don't call my phone talking about what y'all gonna do. As long as I make the payment, that's all that matter. Oh, she trying to keep telling me, well, I'm just doing a routine thing. This is what we do, and blah, 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 all that. I said, I don't want to hear what y'all do. I'm telling you what I'm going to do. Now, I'm finna take my my bank account off this thing because I don't got time for y'all taking money out of my account. And I just add on there when I get ready to make my payment. But I don't need y'all taking nothing out of my account because I just told you I don't have no money in my account. So how you going to take something out of my account that I don't have in my account? I had the money in my account, but I was trying to make sure my other bills get paid first. It was going to get paid Thursday or Friday anyway, but I don't need her telling me when they going to do it. And what if I didn't have the money Friday and you just take it out of my account? I actually paid it last month anyway, but my bank, it did what it did last time when I told you it did that. It took it paid it. It didn't pay it, but it went through it and it rejected it. And said it must have been a spam. I don't know why my bank keeps doing it. I'm going to have to call them. But they said, yeah, we see that you made the $30 payment, and then they rejected the payment. I said, what they got to do with me? I made the payment, but if it says it's past due, I'm going to go ahead and pay it again and pay the past due amount. So why is you calling my phone to me what you going to do when I told you what I'm going to do? This is my account. If I ain't up been late, you know I'm gonna make the payment from the get go. So why you talking about what y'all gonna do? I know how I'm gonna do this. I don't need y'all taking nothing out of my account. So she said something, and I asked her which account it was. I got 2 cards with them, and she told me which one. And I said something. I said I'm finna pay it right now. She said and hung the phone up. That's all I need to hear. I'm glad you hung the phone up because I'm not finna argue with you. But then, you know, the third people called me. I missed a call from them because I went to the bathroom to go use the. I was arguing with the credit card people. Okay, I tried to call her back when I got off the phone with the credit card people. She didn't pick up, so I went to the bathroom to use the bathroom. Leah came in my room looking for me because her daddy called her. So I'm coming out the bathroom, and he was like, I got my child support papers. I was already mad anyway from going off on them, so I had to go off on him. I said, hello, I was in a good mood, actually, because I wasn't finna let that get to me, but I heard his voice, I got irritated, but I didn't catch no attitude. I said, hello? No, she was like, Mama, my daddy want to talk to you. And I said, hello? She had him on speaker. He was like, I got my child support papers. Okay. I didn't get no attitude, and I said, oh, okay. I just said, okay. So, I put you on child support. He's like, yeah, I got my child support papers. I said, okay. And he was like, trying to go off all of a sudden. He already went off on Leah. I didn't know he went off on Leah till Leah told me when I told her to hang up and block him. But he was trying to go off talking about, don't you get so-and-so much money or something. I said, what do my income got to do with you paying for taking care of your child for you going on child support? What do that got to do with anything? So I said, why do that matter? I said, why do my income matter? Why do you want to know about my income? Why do you want to know about how much I make? What do they got to do with anything? So he was like, yeah, that's the government catching up with you. I told you, man, I'm crazy, but that man crazy too. He worse off than me. So I don't even want to call him crazy. He just don't got it all. I say that because he ain't crazy. He got common sense. He just ain't got it all together. But like I told him, I said, what do my income got to do with you paying child support? So he trying to out-talk me. I'm talking. He trying to out-talk me, so I just stopped talking. Listen to what he said. I only caught the end because I was finna cuss him out real bad. Then I only caught the end of what he said. He said something about, he said something about, I'm taking DNA tests, but if them people put me on child support and I didn't sign no thing about getting put on child support, I'm gonna sue child support. So I said, you always talking about suing. I'm thinking, no, I ain't even say that. I'm thinking in my head, this man, I always talking about suing somebody. He can't sue nobody for nothing. He ain't even got no money his own self. How you gonna sue somebody for putting you on child support for your child? I ain't even try to argue because I know he's slow. So I ain't even try to argue with the man. So he said something else, and I'm thinking in my head like, no, he said something about DNA test, and I was talking, but he out-talked me, so I know he didn't hear nothing I said. I said, you can't. I said, why are you worrying about suing them? I said, I'm the one put you on child support. I said, of course, they already told me you got to take a DNA test because your name is not only a birth certificate, so that's why they sent you the child support papers to tell you got to take a DNA test for the child. You know that's your child, I know that's your child, but that's what the paper's for. They say that I'm putting you on child support, but before you get put on child support, we got to go to court, but you got to take a DNA test to prove that it's your child. That's what I'm trying to tell him. He out talking to me, trying to talk loud, cussing and everything else. So he said something. He kept talking all that jibber-jabber, stupid stuff. He always say something about that's the government catching up with you and all this because the type of person you is and all that type of stuff. I told Leah, I said, hang the phone up and block him. So she did there. I blocked him in my phone. I ain't got time for the nonsense. I don't communicate with you anyway. I let you call your daughter's phone. When you call my phone, I let the phone go straight to voicemail. I don't pick up anyway. I go tell her to call you. So I don't have to have no words to say to you. I don't have nothing to say to you. So I'm glad after all this time, he finally got his child support papers. Oh yeah, I think I did tell y'all that Isabella and TJ dad finally got his child support papers, but not for Bella, just for TJ. And he trying to tell me to go to the child support place and take him off child support. I said, I'm not taking you off nothing. You're going to pay that child support. Because I can't depend on you doing nothing else. I know that child support is mandatory. You're going to pay that. And he was like, well, I ain't got no job. I'm barely working. What they got to do with me? I barely got money to take care of your child, but I'm doing what I got to do so you can barely work or whatever you do, come up with the child support to take care of your child. I'm not taking nobody on child support. I done waited long enough. 2022 for him. 2017 and 2024 for Gabby Dad to get his child support paper. It shouldn't took that long. Now 2022 to 2025, you just now getting your child support papers. Leah daddy, shoot, I don't know how long, but I know it's 2025, he just now getting his papers. The girl 12 years old, you ain't took care of her in 12 years. You only gave her $50 for her birthday, 3 years ago? You came by here and gave her $50. That wasn't even your money, that was your mama money. So you ain't did nothing for him. And he get a social security check. He get a social security check. So um Leah been getting money from her grandma, and I guess the money come from her dad out her daddy check. But she just started getting money this year. She in the last year she started getting money, but still that ain't no proof that you do anything. Like how do I even know this coming out your check? He claims it's coming out his check, but I doubt it because I mean I just don't believe it. I believe his mama just being a grandma and just giving Leah money that she asked for, because I don't believe it's coming out his check. Because if it come out your check, if you've been getting a check all your life and all these years that your child been born, and you've been having income and you stay right around the corner from me at first, why won't you take care of your child with that income that you had? So that's why I don't believe nothing that he's saying. So we just gonna go to child support. I mean, go to court, and then like I told what I was trying to tell him. But no, I was planning to Leah. She would ask me about how DNA works. She thought she had to get a shot. I said, no, they take a swab of your mouth, and that's about it. And they take a swab of my mouth. Even though they know I'm the mom, they said, take a swab of my mouth, take a swab of your mouth. And then they had to get your daddy DNA. He ain't got to come down here. He can go wherever he live at and take his DNA test. And they just, send it to the people. And to confirm he the daddy. Now, we know he the daddy, so I wish he'd come back and say he won't. He ain't, so I ain't got to deal with him more. But I know he is. And I know I won't deal with nobody else but Gabby daddy at the time. And Gabby daddy is not Leah daddy, so it's only that one person left, so it's him. So this man is retarded, y'all. I don't even want to deal with no stupidness today. I don't got time for it. Matter of fact, it's 12:16. Gabby should be on this bus about to come home from summer school. Oh, Lord have mercy. But I ain't did much. When I got off recording with y'all, all this stuff happened right after that. I ain't even had time to sit down and relax. I still got to go in there, put the rope stuff down, straighten everything, and all that stuff. Bella said, hey, y'all. Hi. But yeah. Y'all see what I put up with these crazy men? But I'm glad child support is finally doing something. I'm finally glad they trying to do something. So I see that two of my kids there, they got their papers the same day. Bella and TJ daddy. I ain't gonna say Bella daddy because he ain't got paid child support for Bella yet. I gotta go to the child support place for that. But TJ daddy and Leah daddy. Did they just pass by Gabby, the house for Gabby? Did they go to the bus to the did they go to the stop sign? Yeah. Is going on the road? Oh, okay. But that's what I want to tell y'all. I'm glad all this happened before I decided to upload my video, because I was finna upload it, and all this happened. I just want y'all to know. I could have kept it to myself. It really didn't matter, but I had to spill the beans to somebody because I was hot, y'all. I want to bring out that old side of me where I click and go off. And y'all ain't gonna take my anger out on my kid because my kids did nothing to me. But everybody else, boy, they would have been feeling their wrath, because I would have been mad all day, angry, just hot. And then Bella and TJ, they're supposed to be coming up here later on. He working down his way. He passed by me dropping TJ off at school this morning. And then I knew it was him. I seen his little old school car going across the bridge. And I was coming off the bridge, and it looked like he was on the phone. It looked like he was on the phone, because I know his hand was like this up to his ear. I ain't wave, I ain't blow. I kept on going like I ain't even see him. I seen him, and I'm thinking in my head, I said, "Oh, so this bastard down here, and he ain't try to come see his kids." But I ain't say I don't what I mean. I really don't care. So I kept on rolling, and then he gonna call. I was on the phone with my mama, and then he gonna call. I said, "Mama, let me call you right back." And I said, "What you want?" He was like, "Did I just see you?" I said, "Yeah, I seen you." I said, "What you want?" He was like, "What you doing out here this morning?" I'm taking your son to school. What do you want? Why is you calling my phone? He was like, "Oh, well, I'm working down here this week. I'm gonna come see my kids when I get off work tonight." I said, "What you mean tonight? If you can't come by in the daytime, you ain't coming over tonight." That's what I told him. And he kept saying, "I'm coming tonight." I said, "No, you not coming tonight." He said, "Oh yeah, I meant to say later on today sometime." I said, "Yeah, that's what you meant, because you ain't gonna be up here no nighttime or afternoon tonight. If you can't come when you get off work, don't come at all. You see him during the daytime because you ain't gonna be at my house in the night. I'm trying to set the boundary with him and let him know that's what it's gonna be because I don't want him thinking nothing else. I don't want other people thinking nothing else. And I know my baby daddy, he want people to think something. That's all. And then he gonna say, so what you gonna cook for me to eat when I get off work? So I ain't cooking a big ass nothing. You find something to eat. Bill on the phone with her sorry daddy. But I told him, I said, you gonna have to find yourself something to eat because I ain't cooking. I'm cooking my kids, so I'm probably ain't cooking them none because I cooked yesterday. But I plan on making some rice with that chicken since we ate the spaghetti and I froze the rest of the spaghetti. I'll make some rice with that chicken probably. We done ate most of the chicken for a snack. We do rest with barbecue sauce and ketchup, so it really ain't much. But yeah, we gonna do that. And then he gonna say, let me borrow some money so I can, I don't know if he said, can you get some gas something to eat? And I was like, I ain't got shit for you. He was like, I knew you were gonna say that because you got a bad son. I ain't got nothing for your fat ass. I said, I don't got nothing for your fat ass. So don't even ask me for nothing because, your child needs something. Your child coming for you. And I'm not getting your big ass nothing anyway. Your child come first. And he was like, I'm just trying to see what you gonna say. I said, oh, okay. What he say?
Nothing. He said he was gonna call me back when he leave work.
You called him? Yeah.
I wanted to see when he had started.
What you mean when he had started?
When he had started working down here.
He still work up there too. That's what he claimed.
He said he's going back tomorrow.
Oh, good. He leaving tomorrow, y'all. It's even better. Well, I hope he said that. But I think I gotta get my shot today. I'm gonna be out of it. I'm gonna be so down, worse than I am now. I think it's gonna be today. No, it might not even be today. It might be like next week. I think it's supposed to be the beginning of the month for this one. Cause this a new week, ain't it? Yeah, this a new week. I'm tripping. I'm thinking it's the second week of June. I don't know. I'm supposed to get it in a couple of days from today.
You gonna get some new flowers from some of those vases because the dogs chewed them up?
No, I'm gonna keep it just like I got it.
That one pretty flower. Well, them two.
That purple one.
No, it looked just like this one right here, but it was yellow and it was so pretty, but they chewed it up.
But
I used to walk around like
yeah, let me show y'all Gypsy. Gypsy. She was sleeping. But I need to do something to my head. I'm tired of looking at it. Gabby just texted me. Let me upload this video. Y'all look at this. This cat trying to get this bird. My cat. I don't think she gonna get it. It's gonna fly away. She on the hunt, y'all. She ain't gonna get it. Oh, she done laid down. I guess she ain't gonna do nothing. That thing gonna be and flew away. She over here wagging her tail. She might. She getting excited. That bird see her. Look at Kitty. Yeah, that bird ain't crazy because it ain't moved at all. It ain't kicked his head down in the ground or nothing. It ain't trying to die. Nah, she ain't getting it. Flew away. That bird ain't